Can you shoot a longbow accurately? Today, I'm going to show you some of the ways I try to achieve that goal. I've shot a longbow off and on for several years, but I've never taken it very seriously until last October. Finally, I sold my compound bow and committed to traditional archery. This is my St. Patrick Lake Yukon. It's a takedown model, about 55 pounds at my draw length. Since purchasing this bow, I've figured out a few ways that help me shoot it accurately and consistently. I'm going to share those tips with you today and hope that it helps you along your traditional archery journey. The first thing that I would encourage you to do is find a bow that you can draw comfortably. Being overbowed was a major problem for me when I first picked up traditional archery. If you start too high when you first get started, you'll be forming bad habits right out of the gate. You might even risk injury. So my first tip is to start with a bow you can draw consistently for 30 minutes to even an hour practicing. Another key aspect of being accurate with your longbow is having a consistent and repeatable shot process. Everyone's going to be a little unique in the way that they do this. I went through several different form styles, several different releases, and several different types of bows before I figured out what I liked the best. American semi-longbows are unique in their grip style. It's a flat grip, about 2 inches deep, and you have about a 6.5 inch brace height. Most archers who shoot using this type of bow completely break their wrist into their grip, and their palm is centered right through the center of that grip. I do something a little different from that, where I press 2 fingers in the top, my thumb on the back side, I break my wrist, and I drive the pad of my thumb right through the center of that grip. Then I get a deep hook 3 fingers under. When I come to full draw, I anchor my middle finger right into the corner of my mouth. Once I'm at full draw, I focus on releasing and drawing this arm behind my head. I shoot using a modified form of gap shooting, which means I bring my dominant eye, or in this case my right eye, as I'm right-handed, right over the shaft of that arrow, and I sight down it, much like you'd sight down a vent-ribbed shotgun when you're trap shooting. And it takes a lot of time and practice to memorize the gaps between where my point of aim is and the point of impact. So that means at full draw, my sight picture looks something like this. Now I know because of practice that my gap at 20 yards is always going to be high. I actually have to put the point of my arrow somewhere down here on the leg in order to make an impact like this. You'll learn what your gaps are with practice, so start close so you don't shoot over your target. This system helps me shoot consistently at 20 to 25 yards. I don't shoot a whole lot further than that, as I shoot a 700 grain arrow that starts to drop off once I hit that point on distance. The point on distance is the distance from the target that I have to be for the tip of my arrow to be placed exactly where the impact of that arrow will be. You can see when I draw my bow there is a moment of pause where I'm holding at full draw. That's so that I can acquire my sight picture and focus on a smooth release. Don't change anything until you're absolutely sure you've narrowed down what's not working for you. The old adage goes, if it don't stink, don't stir it. Or if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So once you've isolated one key thing about your process that's not working for you, focus in on changing just that one specific thing. The last key to shooting your traditional bow accurately is going to be time and repetition. This might be the most important aspect of getting proficient with this style of archery. Learn to be patient with yourself and set incremental goals to accomplish as you get better and better with your bow. When I started shooting, I started about 10 yards. Setting incremental goals and staying true to those goals is going to help you get proficient much quicker than random and inconsistent practice. Try not to stress out about this. It takes time. Along with the steps that I've talked about today, shooting arrows that are tuned to your bow is extremely important in consistently being accurate. I have another video on the channel of how to tune and build arrows to your bow. It's the same as with the bow I used in that video as it is with this. Once you get those arrows reasonably tuned to your bow, it's going to help you be a lot more consistent in practice, and you'll have one less thing to think about. So I hope this helps you guys build a little bit of confidence shooting with traditional archery. Make sure you stay consistent and keep it fun as you get better and better. As always, guys, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and God bless.